If someone challenged you to explain why hell is just, what would you say? Most believers struggle with this question. We know hell is real, but we can't defend why it makes sense. Let me tell you a story that might change how you think about eternal judgment. Imagine you promise to meet a friend for lunch, but then you text them an hour before, "Sorry, something came up. Can we reschedule?" How do you feel about this? Probably a little annoyed, maybe disappointed, but you'd likely forgive them pretty easily. It happens. Now, imagine a parent promises their 8-year-old, "I'll be at your piano recital tonight, I promise." But they don't show up. The child keeps looking for them in the audience. How does this feel different? Much worse, right? This isn't just inconvenience, it's heartbreak. Now picture someone standing at an altar. They look into their partner's eyes and promise, "For better or worse, until death do us part." But later, they abandon their marriage for someone else. This feels devastating. A sacred covenant has been shattered. Finally, imagine someone swearing an oath to protect their country. Then they sell its secrets to enemies. This is treason. The same act of breaking faith, but now it affects millions of lives. What's the difference in these 4 situations? The broken promise is essentially the same. Someone's word proved worthless. But our moral outrage increases dramatically with each scenario. Why? It's not the act itself that determines how wrong it is. It's the value and dignity of who was wronged. It's also the sacredness of what was betrayed that matters. A casual friend deserves basic courtesy. A child deserves a parent's faithfulness. A spouse deserves sacred commitment. A nation deserves loyalty. The more precious, vulnerable, or sacred the relationship, the more heinous it becomes to break faith with them. This reveals something profound about how we understand justice itself. Now, consider this. If breaking faith with increasingly significant relationships deserves increasingly serious consequences, what about breaking faith with someone of infinite worth? Someone perfectly holy, perfectly good, infinitely beautiful and glorious. The Creator who deserves ultimate loyalty and love from every creature He made. Our gut reaction tells us that the gravity of any betrayal is measured not just by the act, but by the dignity of the one betrayed and the significance of the relationship. And God's dignity is infinite. It is actually beyond our ultimate comprehension. This is why Scripture speaks of eternal judgment. Not because God is vindictive, but because sin against an infinitely glorious being is an infinitely serious offense. When we rebel against God, reject His love, or live as if He doesn't matter, we're not just breaking a rule. We're betraying the most sacred relationship possible. The relationship with the one of ultimate worth. Justice itself demands that sins against infinite glory receive infinite consequences. As Jonathan Edwards explained, our obligation to love, honor, and obey any being is in proportion to his loveliness, honor, and authority. Therefore, sin against God, being a violation of infinite obligations, must be a crime, infinitely heinous, and so deserving infinite punishment. So maybe the question isn't whether hell seems too severe. Maybe the question is, do we really understand the infinite worth and glory of the God we've sinned against? Our discomfort with divine judgment might reveal more about our view of God than it does about the nature of justice and hell itself.